Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make a zigzag fold pocket, and this is inspired by Cindy A. Lewis. She's doing open collaboration for like 100 days of pockets. So if you haven't seen any of them, check them out. I thought this one was pretty cool. I liked this one, so this is what we're going to make today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. So we start out with a piece of paper that is 3 inches wide, 12 inches long. And then she scored it from the back, I guess because it makes it easier to fold or to fold in the right way. So we're going to score at 4 inches and 8 inches. And then we don't need our scoreboard anymore, and you don't really have to have a scoreboard. You can just measure it out and fold it up. So we'll just fold these over. Burnish them down a little bit. Try to make sure that they're even. I have a little white on that side, but might just have to ink it. And then we'll do that with this. Okay, now we're going to take this corner here, and I already have my folds in. We're just going to fold this corner down. Now, I'm not really sure if I have mine backwards to what she did. I don't know if she had her pattern on the inside or the outside. And I think I want my pattern. I want my pattern on the inside because I have papers to cover the outside. So we're going to fold this one down, and then we'll fold this one down, which I already did. And then when they close, they're going to close like this, and they're going to crisscross. And then you have this. That's how I tell which is the top and which is the bottom. This is the bottom. This is going to be a pocket. This is going to be our top. Is going to be our flap. Okay. So we're going to glue this down, but we're only going to glue this outside because we're going to make this a little tuck. Now, all of these pocket projects that she's doing are really quick and easy. I've been watching them along, and I'm sure along I'm going to be throwing different pockets in there because I like to make pockets and I like easy projects. Some of them are pockets that I have already done in the past, which is fine. I still don't mind redoing something. All right, now this one, we have this folded down, and then we're going to flip this up. But we can go ahead and glue this flap so we don't have it flopping around in there. We don't have to do a lot of glue. It'll just be holding it up in place. So we're going to put that over there. And then we're going to fold this up. So this is going to be the bottom pocket in our pocket. The bottom pocket in our pocket. It's going to be almost like a little tag pocket to me, but we'll just call it a pocket. So all we're going to do is glue down this side. Fold that up. Make sure that we're over here where we belong. I might have to trim a little of this off. You have to trim just a little of this off, and I left my scissors in the other room. Hang on. Okay. Picked them up, walked in another room, laid them down, come back in here and sat down, and had to go back out and get them again. Now, how do you like that? Okay, so there's that. Now, let's see. I have pieces parts. I think I want to go ahead and ink around these edges just so they're kind of inked up so I don't have too much white showing. I really liked this green pattern. I thought it was very pretty. Now I should have inked these edges before I put them down. I think that was probably part of my thought process, and then I didn't do it. We'll just do that because it's going to get covered up anyway. And then I'll just turn it over and ink a little tiny bit. So how's everyone doing today? We're having what they're calling fake fall weather. Love it, love it, love it. I like it when I don't have to run the air conditioner and I can have my windows open and I can have nice air coming in, but it's not going to last long. Supposed to be nice in the 70s over the next week, I think. And then it's supposed to start getting humid again. All right, so this is the paper I chose for my pockets and my back, the back side, for anything that's white. So I thought that went pretty good with the background paper. And this could be a great mask make if you wanted to make a bunch of small pockets. If you know anyone that likes small pockets for their journaling or that, and you wanted to give them as gifts, you could make a bunch of these. When you're not sitting and yammering on the video, it goes faster. I'm going to decorate these pockets as I go. So this was just a printable from something. I'm really not sure what it's from. And then this little bird is a sticker. Can you see him? I thought he was cute, and he goes good with all of these different colors. So I'm going to glue this down. Cindy had hers decorated up really, really cute for fall. Of course, mine's not going to be decorated that fancy, but I think it'll be cute. So now if I can get the backing off of this, we'll be good to go. I trimmed a bunch of the white off of it because it has like the really, really wide white band around it. And I'm going to have him sitting right up on top there, just looking proud. So I think he's cute. Yes, I like it. Then I have just these, they're cigar card or cigarette cards, I guess is what they called them. And they're just going to go in this pocket. Then up here, we're going to do this on here. Now, I'm tried to make for sure that I had my pattern going in the same direction. And I almost didn't. One would have been going sideways and one would have been going up and down, and I didn't think that quite looked right. I'm enjoying watching these collaborations. They're doing so many different things. It's fun to watch all of the different stuff. You get all kinds of ideas. And I'm just going to cut this off. And I'll just kind of ink a little bit along this side again. All right, now on here, we're going to have, let's see how it goes. This little flower, I think it's a rose, and Imagine. But I think I had it standing a little bit more because this fit a little bit better. So that's how we're going to do it. And Imagine. Okay, so I think that's cute. Then, because this is just a little tuck, let me just stick this up in here. I have this ticket, has flowers on it. That can stick on this side. And it comes just above the fold. And then I have this one that is a little bit smaller, and that can go right up in here also. So we have two little tickets up in there, and then that'll just fold shut. So now here, I'm going to lay it open this way. Maybe I ought to turn it around this way. And I'm going to glue this one on here, and I'm staying above my folds, and then I'll probably just have to trim a little bit. So I think I'll put my glue on here. Well, I said this was like an open collaboration. No, I kind of misspoke. Her and another girl named Tony are doing these, but you can go on their channels, their YouTube channels, and watch them and make them. The open collaboration is one that Margaret from Seven Plaza is doing. That's an open collaboration. And she's making a lot of pretty things. have something from her collaboration. I can't get that down any farther, so we'll just ink it a little bit more. I think I have something in the works that I'm going to do from one of her videos. Okay, now on this one I'm going to put a flower. And got a little too close to the edge on that. Well, I have to trim this off anyway. And I have a little here I need to trim off. I pre-cut these so I wouldn't have to do it on camera, and I figured I would have to do a little trimming. Okay, and then that closes down like that. Now I think in a minute I want to put a couple little gems on this to make it stand out a little bit more. But I want to put this on the back. Now if you're going to glue this in, you don't have to cover up your back. I'm going to go ahead and cover it because you can also just stick this in a pocket. But if you... I think I lost my paper. If you stick it in your journal, if you glue it down, if you just glue the three sides, then you would have a pocket back here. Or if you glued these three sides, then you would have a pocket to go this way, and I think that would work better. Otherwise, you could just have it as a little floating pocket and just cover your back. So either way would work good. If you were giving it as a gift, I would go ahead and cover the back, and then that would make it look nice. And I'm going to have to trim this one also. Which is okay. Now this here, when I was cutting, I kind of like didn't cut it right. I cut through it with my paper trimmer, and I didn't realize till I had the piece cut, but we'll just make it work. And then we'll just do a little trimming. And once you put all of this paper on, you know, it makes it a little sturdier and gives the flap a little weight, so I really don't think you need a closure on it. Right now there's quite a lot of glue on it, so it's pretty wet. So that is our zigzag fold pocket. So Let me know down in the comments what you think, if you'd like to make these nice little pockets with tucks. And, you know, just for small things, and you can fit more than 2 little papers in there, because that's a good size tuck, because you don't have this closed. Just a nice, easy project. Oh, wait a minute, I was going to put a couple gems. Okay, now I think we're just going to put one in the center of this little flower, and this little flower, and this little flower. And that'll just brighten the little cover up a little bit. And I think that makes it look better. What do you think? All right, everyone. So that's my video. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Come back to see me for my next video. And until then, everyone, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.